What's going on, guys? It's Eric here from Dose of VT, bringing you guys another video. As you can see by the title, is the iPhone X really worth it? Well, I would say yes and no, depending on who you are. So basically, for this phone right here, you're going to pay $1,100 roughly, after like tax and all that good stuff. So you're basically buying a mini computer. So if I was going to compare this to anything else, I do have my iPad Pro right here. This is the newest iPad Pro. It cost me like $850 something for the 64 gigabyte model. So obviously this phone's worth a lot more just starting out than an iPad. If we're talking computer wise, so Apple came out with their new MacBooks, or whatever you want to call them. It's the new thin ones. I can't think of the actual name of them, but they're the super thin ones. They come in like gold and like all these other different colors. I can't believe I can't remember the name. But anyways, like one of those costs like $1,200. So if you go up in the gigs, because I only have the 64, but if you go up in the gigs and go to 256, I was like, you're basically buying one of those computers just in a phone size. So just to let you know, then if you actually buy an actual MacBook Pro, the new one, without the touch bar, you're paying like $1,300. So, I mean, it's up to you. You could literally buy a brand new computer than buying a phone of this quality and just getting the iPhone 8, which is like $800 something, which is a great phone. Like, they did not go short on the iPhone 8. They made it look nice and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe it's not the iPhone 10 with the big screen and all that stuff, but literally pretty much the only difference between the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 10 is basically just the screen, battery life, and basically the vertical camera in the processor. So there's not really much difference. Like, it still charges the same. It's still iOS. Basically everything's almost the same except for like the major features that you want in a phone. But like, if you can dial back on some of those features, then get the iPhone 8. Don't get the 10. But on my hand, I wanted the iPhone 10. I love the screen. I literally pretty much bought this phone because of the screen, because it's something Apple has never done before, like everyone said, and I physically just like the screen. That's basically it. That's what it comes down to, is Apple made something new, and I really like the screen, and so I had to get it. This is basically what it came down to. But if money's tight, definitely go with the iPhone 8, because it's a good phone. Like, they did not like do anything bad to it. Obviously, it looks like all the generations before, like since like the iPhone 6, I believe, something like that. But the iPhone 10 is just basically just an upgrade. Like, you don't really need to have it. The next year they're going to come out with an even better one, even bigger one, I think, too, from the rumors I've heard and what I've read, that the phone will be even bigger. It'll be the size of an iPhone 8 Plus or whatever, but with the whole screen. So you're going to get a huge screen. So basically, it's up to you if you really want to spend the money for this phone, because you can buy a lot of different things than paying $1,000 for this thing. Like, you could literally buy a brand new computer that works very well, but if you do really need a new phone, you have an old phone, then definitely go with this one if you can afford it, because it's definitely worth it. It's going to be really hard to get until they start making more, or unless they're just going to cap it, but I highly doubt it, because so many people want this phone that they'll probably will not even cap it or anything like that. But basically, I think it's worth it. It's a beautiful phone. It's simple. It's easy. It unlocks super freaking quick. It's ridiculous. Like, I just put my face in, and you guys saw how fast it unlocked. But it's just unbelievable how fast this is. Like, I love it. Like, it's seamless. I was like, obviously the new gestures and all that I have to get used to, because there's no home button, stuff like that. And then everything's the same. The only thing that's a little bit different is just the power button. It's just a little bit longer than normal. It's a little bit easier to hit on the phone. Obviously, reaching up to the top of the phone is going to be kind of hard, but other than that, I love this phone. I got a piece of the screen, basically, because I love basically OLED screens, the new AMOLED display, or whatever you want to call this, their Super Retina display, which I think was a horrible name, by the way. They could have named it so much more better name for this phone, but that's just Apple for you. But basically, I think it's worth it. If you have the money to spend, definitely get it. But if money's kind of tight, you don't really use your phone as much as a lot of people do. Like, I use my phone a lot. I'm on it pretty much all day long. But if you're not, then don't spend the money on a phone that you won't use that much, because more than likely you'll probably have it for like a year to 2 years, because that's when most people usually switch. 2 years is starting to get out of the norm because phones are coming out every year, so basically people switch after a year, and most companies like Verizon, Sprint, and all the AT&T basically have contracts within like 1 year, so you get the next phone, so they keep getting more money off of you and all that good stuff. But it's up to you if you want to spend that. I would. Me personally, I did. Obviously, that's why it's in my hand right now. But it's up to you. Money's tight. Definitely get the iPhone 8. But if money's not a problem, get the iPhone 10. But thanks for watching, guys. I know I repeated myself a crap ton of times, but I appreciate you guys sticking out if you watch this all the way to the end. But thank you so much. Please like and subscribe, and look out for other videos that I have probably on the iPhone 10 coming soon. Peace.